We have been talking about the 12-week year as well as a 75-day hard content challenge. So in today's video, I'm going to give you an update of where I stand on both. And I'll also share lessons learned, mistakes made, and what we're doing to correct. So if you feel it, go ahead and grab your own notebooks and your own planners, and let's get into it. All right, guys. So this is day 22 of this. Well, let's start by talking about the 75-day hard content challenge, because I feel like I haven't given an update on that lately. So we are now day 22 of that particular content challenge. And this is a challenge where for 75 days straight, I am posting one long form piece of content every Sunday by 11 here on YouTube. And then I am doing a short form piece every single day, Sunday through Saturday, on Instagram as well as TikTok. And so we have now completed 21 days of content completely. I haven't missed a day. I haven't missed an upload. So yay for consistency. I'll go ahead and go with some lessons learned first, things that I didn't get quite right. So with the content challenge, one pattern that I am seeing, I haven't broken yet, would be the sporadic ideas, which I do love. I do love having the sporadic ideas. However, I have not created a plan or a goal, if you would say. What is another way to put it? I haven't really figured out what my platform is talking about short form wise. Long form, planning, lifestyle, entrepreneurship. We have that on lock. That's what we do here, because now that I'm saying this out loud, it's so funny. You get on camera and then all of a sudden stuff want to come up. But that's okay. That's why we do this. So what I am noticing now is that I can that needs to be what I also do on short form, which it is kind of forming into that naturally. But I feel like, and this is another one of the points I have here, I feel like there are pieces that I have to get out because it's in my head and it's taking up space from the stuff that's supposed to be there. And this is what I mean. The ideas that I've been having, they're great. They're great ideas. And what I typically would do, actually, I have it right here. What I typically would do in this particular notebook is put it on a sticky note, because that's how they come. I put it on a sticky note and I just put it inside the notebook. This is like my content creation notebook. And so the ideas that I get, the lessons, the strategies, all of that I learn or that I am learning, I am putting here, including some of the lessons learned. But I'm putting in this book. And so, yeah, that's where we are with those ideas. And so what I need to do is I need to create an actual, like, legit strategy on how am I going to approach content creation for short form on the two platforms. Like, what is my platform for? What's the purpose of it? Why am I here? Why am I talking to you all? That's what I need to do. But I think we just solved that problem: planning, lifestyle, entrepreneurship, because those are the three things that I really like. Well, two things. Lifestyle just kind of comes up, but those are the two things that I really enjoy talking about. And those are the two things I can talk about all day long, every single day. So I think we solved that problem. So let's give a hand clap for that. All right. Another lesson, and this kind of goes into what I just said. Thoughts were a bit scattered due to lack of focus and planning. So moving in, we've done 21 days. So now moving into this fourth week, we are going to create a plan. And not only are we creating a plan of the content that we're going to make, and here's what's funny about planning. When it comes to content planning, I haven't posted like this in a very long time. So that's why it's like, what's the problem? The problem is I'll plan the content, but when it's time to film said content, it's not the same. The energy is no longer there. And so when they say, a couple of people that I follow, a couple of experts that I follow, and entrepreneurs, very successful entrepreneurs, they all say about the same thing. And that's get ready so that when the inspiration in the content piece hits, you can film it right then and there, and then you can post it right then and there. That's a wonderful thought. That's a wonderful idea. I agree with it 100%. However, sometimes my mind, it can do this thing where it sounds really great in my mind, but when it comes to articulating it, it just doesn't hit the same. So sometimes I do have to kind of literally write it out to fully digest and, you know, do the thing with the piece of content. But that's okay. That's okay. We're working through it. We're working through it. We're still posting. That's the great thing. We're still posting. We're working our way through it. I see this as pretty much getting my reps in, letting the janky work, letting the messy work go ahead and get out so that we can make space. We are developing our communication. And that is one of my goals of doing this overall, is improving my communication skills. So even while doing this video, and as janky and messy I may think it is, I don't care, because we're still posting it exactly how it is. And also, you may hear some dogs barking in the background. Dad's probably home. So there's that. Another lesson is there were so many things that I wanted to tackle, but there was no capacity. So there was so many different types of videos. I even made a post on short form on Instagram and TikTok. I even posted a reel and I was talking about how I'm doing this. I haven't missed a day. I haven't even felt like I wanted to miss a day. I may have forgotten and then hurry up and quickly remembered. And then it was kind of like a last minute ditched effort, which is why you need to focus and plan when you're doing these things. Anyway, but doing this exercise of this challenge has made it where I want to create more. So instead of just posting once a day, I actually have the desire to post multiple times. And that is going to happen, but I'm not putting a date on it yet. Because again, remember, planning it, we need to plan this out. But I need to make the plan and stick to the plan when it comes to content. That's an area, like I said, articulate it and get it out there. So we're working on that. That's going to happen. That's going to happen. And when it does, I'm going to have so much fun, because I've been having fun with the content. I have been having a lot of fun, even with the jankiness, even with the messiness. It's not my ideal, but it is done. So we're good. And then I lean too much into distractions, which is probably the reason why I did downstream and back. You lean too far to the distractions. And so I've gotten a little bit too comfortable. I haven't uprooted some of the routines that I typically have, like get off of work, decompress, scroll, and continue to scroll and continue to scroll. I need to stop that. Because while I'm scrolling, I should be posting. While I'm scrolling, I should be journaling so that I can articulate my thoughts and then put that out as content. And then there's also, I need to catch up. I want to catch up on this show. And while as a family, we'll have movie nights or we'll have a show that we watch, and we may watch like 1 or 2 episodes, but it's real easy to go into 3, 4, 5 episodes. And so I need to stop that. I need to have a cutoff time. Like, all right, I'm going to set a timer. When this timer goes off, it's back to work for me. Okay, guys? Deal? Agreed? So I used to do that. I need to get back to doing it. All right. So some of the good things that has occurred during these 21 days of content. Again, I've successfully posted. I've had a lot of fun with it. I've had a lot of fun. I even did a vlog yesterday. We went to Dude Perfect Squad Games event. And so I was able to record or do a vlog for the entire day, because I went to work that day, came home, did a whole bunch of stuff. So it's on my Instagram if you want to see it. Let's see here. I'm getting all my reps in. That is a positive. I believe that everybody starts off as a beginner and everybody starts off janky. I don't believe that that's an excuse to not do it. I think that you should go into whatever you're doing, especially if it's something new or something you haven't done in a while and you're getting back into it. Just get into it. Just go ahead, go in and expecting, hey, I'm learning again, because things have changed. I haven't posted like this in probably 2.5 years, maybe 3. And things have definitely changed when it comes to short form content. And then also, when you're doing it for the purpose of building a personal brand, things have changed. when it comes to like you talking about your offer and things like that. I haven't even gotten to that yet. So we're working towards it. In terms of analytics, so for Instagram, I only really looked at the views, and here's the reason why. So I'm looking at likes, but I'm not concentrating on likes. And now that I say that out loud, because again, these are all thoughts and things that I like wrote down. So now that I'm thinking about it, I am going to go back and look at the likes. Actually, where's my phone? Look at the likes that I've gotten, because that's still data. But my entire goal is to just look at the data and see what type of content is posting or is performing well. Because in the midst of doing this, in the midst of doing the reps and all of that, I'm also working on finding and establishing my voice. And when I look to see what the analytics say, that lets me know what type of content is reaching well and what type of content is received well. So I can be a bit, I'm not going to say it that way. I'm usually direct when I'm talking. Like, it's going to go through a filter, but the filter is very thin. So I'm usually direct in how I speak and how I converse with others. And so I'm seeing when it comes to creating content, I have a tendency to make that filter a bit thicker and like not ruminate, but kind of review multiple times. How do I want to say a thing before I say it? And now I'm pulling back from doing that as often. Even now with even this video, I'm pulling back from doing like I'm talking to you as if you're right here, as if you're right here on the couch with me. And I'm just giving you an update. In the past, it would have been more, and probably in the past video, matter of fact. In the last video, it was very like, okay, I want to make sure that I deliver this in a way where it's organized and you receive it. And then I went back and looked at that video. I was like, you could have did that so much better. And it would have been it would have been truer to who you are and how you actually speak. So that's what we're working on. And that's also the reason why I'm going to pay attention to likes and all of that. But on Instagram, I've gotten 5,000 plus views. And this is within the last 30 days. And seeing as how I only been posting for 21 days and it was nothing there beforehand, like I cleared everything out. I went completely dark and it went completely blank. I archived all previous posts and everything. And so that's with these 21 posts, it's been good. It's been good. I don't know how many likes, but I don't know how many likes total, but I do see what posts were. Actually, let me just click on it because that may tell me what I want to see. And I'm doing this in real time, guys, because I didn't prepare for this part. Likes, here we go. So, okay. So there are, oh, that's cool. Sorry, real time reaction. It's been a minute. Okay, so I'm seeing my top content by views, and then we'll see top content by likes. Let's see here. Okay, so we're looking at the type of content. Now, what I will say with short form content, what I've been focusing on is doing talking head reels, like talking to you, like I'm talking to you now. I've been focused on doing that type of content versus the carousel and the reels with the cute quote and all that. Now, don't get me wrong. I have posted those. That, had real nice quote and it was just B-roll. But I don't want to do too many of those. The reason being is because the goal of this exercise is to understand and to understand the voice that I am establishing for myself and for you, but then also to articulate it well. You don't do that by posting quotes because, I can write well. I'm trying to speak well. So there's the difference. All right. So, okay. This is good to know. This is good to know. All right. So that's on Instagram. Again, not the goal, just the data. I'll establish a goal after this exercise. After these 75 days, then I can go into my next whatever. Because by the way that this is going, I believe that I'm going to end up posting every single day anyway, even if it's just once. I do think that that is something that is feasible, especially for what I am trying to do. Now, that may not be for everyone. However, it is definitely feasible for me in my goals. But after these 75 days is when I'll actually create a goal of what do I want to do with my account. Because by then I would have gotten a good portion of junk out, and then I can start with clarity. That's something that I'm also getting through this exercise, is more clarity on, again, brand voice, all of those things, personal brand, how I want to approach social media and things of that nature. So on TikTok, I got 1,000 or over 1,000 views on TikTok so far. Again, I don't, what's happening to my voice? I don't have goals here. I'm performing to see the data and getting all the junk out. I'm not worried about the outcome. That is probably the best way to put it. I'm not worried about the outcome. It's not the outcome for me. Okay. And then also that working on and establishing my voice. That has been a great positive in this entire exercise. So that is my 75-day content challenge update for 21 days so far. So 3 weeks straight, haven't missed a day. There were some close calls. But we haven't missed a day. Now let's get into 12-week year, because we have a lot of, okay. So 12-week year, I've completed week 1 and we're going into week 2 today. I failed week 1, and I failed week 1 for a number of reasons, and I have them listed here. So reason number 1, I did not write my actions down in my planner. So I have this wonderful new planner that I just purchased, right? It is the Common Planner, undated horizontal. It's a new format for me. I love the undated ones because you can start them at any time of the year. I did have the complete planner, but that thing was just, it was overwhelming. I'll say that. It's a wonderful planner. I'm even considering getting it again for 2027. However, it was a bit overwhelming for me, and I didn't keep up with it because I'm not a daily planner. Like, I'm not a day on a page planner. I'm a week on a page planner. And so trying to figure out what to do with them pages. I did figure out a system. I wasn't consistent with it. And that's the reason why I got overwhelmed. So, but I would love to see the complete planner in horizontal format versus vertical. I don't love the vertical week on a page. I don't love it. I'll deal with it. But after experiencing this week on the page horizontal, I don't think I'm going back. I think we're going to stick with the horizontal. And I have it in a Louis Vuitton desk agenda. So it's A5 size. I just have it in there. The other side of my planner, it just has a lot of stickies and quotes and all. Stickers, stickies, all those things. All the cutesy stuff and stuff that I like to look at. Anyway, back to the planner. So with the 12-week year, this is what we didn't do well. We did not put our actual daily actions inside of said planner. Now, I did it a couple of times, but I didn't do it ahead of time. And that is the difference. Like doing, okay, what do I do today? I don't like thinking like that. I want to see, what do I have coming up for this week, and write it down in the week. And I didn't do that for myself. So that is the reason why we failed. Because due to that, I didn't do a lot of the things I was supposed to do. Now, this previous week, I have some things checked off, but again, not nearly as much as I was supposed to. And I have my actual master plan right here. This paper has everything I do every single week for the next 11 weeks now, but for the 12-week year by day. So I did do it. I just didn't transfer it over into the planner. And that is the difference. So I need to make sure I transfer it in the planner, because this is what I'm looking at every single day. Another thing, I need to make sure that I continue to look at this every single day, because it's real easy to just carry this around and have it there. But on Saturdays and Sundays when I'm at home and not at work, when I have the habit of looking at it at work, I need to make sure that habit comes with me home. So we need to do that. But this week, I didn't complete all my actions this week. I'll say I probably did a 40%er this week. So 40% of the actions that I was supposed to do is what I did. That's what was completed. I did do my daily posting. That is on here, but that's kind of like already ingrained into my mental routine. So I'm not really worried about that piece, but I'm still going to continue to put it in the journal, in the not journal, in the planner. We also there were some business things that I did not do. I was supposed to update a resource that I'm creating for you guys, and I did not do that because it was supposed to be ready this week, and it's not. So, full transparency, I failed at that. But we're going to work on it this week. I have not completed a course lesson. I still have today to do it. So that's what's happening today. Even though this is technically the next week, that lesson is due today. So they start their week on Mondays. I start my weeks on Sundays. So that's the difference. And what's funny here, and I'm gonna talk about myself here. There's a little thing here, right there. That's Saturday, right? It says batch next week content, 7 reels. So in my mind, last week I was like, you know what? Saturday we're gonna do it. Saturday has come and left, and there was no batching that took place. Saturday was a couch potato day for me after church because we were tired. We went to this Dude Perfect event Friday night. There were 2 nights I already had some real sleep or real trouble sleeping. So like getting up at 1:30, 1:45 in the morning, and that being the start of my day. Yeah. So there were some things that just didn't take place. Saturday was me recouping some sleep. So there's that. Again, I didn't break everything down by day. And I kept pushing tasks forward. So even the tasks that I had in the planner, I kept pushing them forward. I got to figure out what the resistance is for that and demolish that resistance. We have to do that. Speaking of resistance, I'm getting ready to start reading this book called The War of Art. And he talks about resistance being the enemy. I'm already excited. And I've only read like the forward. Yeah, I've only read the forward, and I'm excited about it. So we're getting ready to start this book. That is part of my actual routine, is reading 10 pages every single day. Also journaling. I didn't journal every single day. I did journal. Where is my journal? Oh, here it is. So I did journal. And I journal using a Sterling ink notebook, 520 page graph notebook. And so I had great strides with journaling. Listen, it was wonderful. So with having that completed and making some not investments, but yes, it is an investment, making some advancements and clarity through writing, like I told you, it has this good deal. We've done well with that. But that's the areas of opportunity I have. I need to break all my tasks down by day. And I'm not going to do it for every day for the 12 weeks. All in once. I'm going to do it week by week. So today being Sunday, I'm going to take the task list for this week, and I'm going to put it in the planner. And we're going to work off of the planner. This way I don't get overwhelmed by how much I have to do within the 12 weeks, and I can stay focused. I like to narrow my focus because when I narrow my focus, things get done and they get done really well. So we have that. Now let's look into some positives for the 12-week year. I woke up on time. Me waking up on time is 5 o'clock. So I have been waking up at 5 o'clock or before. What's really funny is there have been nights where I woke up at, I woke up at 3 a.m. Of course, the 1:45 a.m., the 3 a.m., the 4:30 a.m. situation. So that has been interesting to experience. However, like besides the 1 o'clock situations, I've been waking up and feeling fully rested. So I don't have a problem with waking up that early because I'm grandma. I'm trying to go to bed at 9:30, 10 o'clock at the latest. 10 o'clock at the latest. So there's that. What else happened well? Quiet time and journaling. We did very well with that. I would like to journal more. And so that means I need to rearrange my schedule and I need to stop being so distracted. But I want to journal more. So I attempted to take this with me everywhere, but this can be a little bit of a thick stack. Like, here, let me put this in here so you can see what I'm talking about. This can be like a thick stack to carry around. And then let's include, I have specific notebooks that I use as well for different purposes. So I have this notebook, and then I have this notebook. And then let's add the book that I'm reading to that as well. Now, I'm not reading this book yet. I'm actually reading U Squared right now. So that's a little bit thinner. But this is a pretty thick stack to carry around every single day. And I'm usually carrying a bag like this. So while some of it can fit in this bag, not all of it can. So I need to figure out how we're going to do this. I do have these notebooks. I'm kind of going off script here, but you know, I do have like these thin notebooks, but I feel like if I use these, I'm not using this lined one. Lined paper is trash to me. And it's not, I just don't like it. Give me dot grid, blank, or square grid. I don't like the line pages. I don't know why, but I have a real aversion to these. So that goes over there. But like I have the square grid, and then inside the journal already, I have a blank one. So I have my journal, I have this, and then I have a blank one. I don't want to necessarily take these two and put what I put in here into one of these. That's not gelling with me yet. I'm contemplating taking, since this is my content creation notebook, and this is, I haven't labeled it yet, but this is more important than this one. We'll put it that way. I may put this in here. That'll bring me down to this, I think. And maybe put this in here. I don't know. I got to see how that works. Anyway, I did all that to tell you I'm still working that piece out, but I did journal effectively. I had at least 2 journal sessions this week. I would like to do it every single day though. I feel like if I journal more, it'll help me with articulating my speech better. I learned what not to do, and that's pushing tasks forward and not breaking down task by day. And I had a breakthrough in clarifying my offer. That was part of my journaling session. So that was wonderful. And then homeschool. So homeschool has started off well. This is we just completed week 1 for homeschool. Planning has gone well. I am reworking the systems that we use, however, because I thought I wanted to try something new this year. And now I'm about to go back to what we used last year because it was much more efficient. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, this is new. Let me try it. That's what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking. So that is what we're going to do. We are going to go back to the system we used last year. This year, we have a high school junior, and we're looking forward to it. Like this year is probably going to be the best year yet. We've been homeschooling for now 3 years. Well, I'll say we've been homeschooling for 2 years, but he's been at home for 3. This is the 2nd year that we are homeschooling, like traditional old school homeschooling, and not let's log into a computer and you go into a school that happen to be online. We're not doing that. And last year went extremely well. Last year I couldn't ask for it to be any better. This year we do have some improvements to make, however. So this year, I think we're implementing those improvements, and I'm looking forward to what comes of that. So yeah, but if you want to know anything else about it, like if you want to know anything, if you want me to do more content when it comes to like homeschooling and how we do it and things of that nature, let me know down in the comments below, and then I'll add that to, the plan. But as far as long form content, because I didn't really speak on that. Long form content has been going really well. I'm loving how consistent I've been. Now, one change that I will make is, instead of creating the content the day it's supposed to be posted, maybe create the content sooner. Like, do the video on Saturday, Ola, and then let it, do whatever you need to do as far as editing. I'm very low edit because I'd rather be doing this as a live stream, which we'll move into eventually. Let me know if you'd be interested in being in a live stream, because then I feel like it's more interactive. Just talking to a camera here in my office is but we're making it work. So that's what I have. Future videos that I'm thinking about doing, let me know if you're interested in any of these, would be a journal ecosystem type of situation. And that would include journal, planner, this special notebook, all of those things. I'm thinking about doing a office tour because I really like my office. Now I still have a little bit more cleaning and straightening up to do for it, but I'm loving my office right now. I'm loving all of this. This may be the new film spot. I don't know, because my desk is over there. But yeah, we may be doing that. I'm thinking also about doing an actual YouTube long form day in the life situation. But I feel like you only do day in the life situations for people who are interested in it. I don't think I'm there yet. I observed enough to believe that I'm not there yet, because people would have to care. But yeah, we're going to do that. And that's about it. So I'm going to go edit this video, and I'll see you on the other side. Talk to you next week.